Oh, I got it right. Fuck yeah.
You did it, Christian, even though I could have done it too. Just saying.
I don't know.
Christian didn't trust me with the buttons, you guys.
Well, we're not even back yet. Hold on.
Oh.
The logo's still up.
Oh, we're not supposed to talk over
this
this part?
in. You're not supposed to talk over it.
I gotta stop looking like this because it's not a good look.
It's very distracting.
No, it's just because you're looking at yourself. You gotta go to the camera or to each other.
Yeah. Everybody look at the camera.
Welcome back, everybody.
And be creepy.
To another episode of the Wanger Show. This is episode 129. Cody's still off being a dad.
That's great.
Brian actually just became a father too.
Really?
No, just I don't know. Out of the blue. Yeah,
he could. I mean,
he adopted.
He could very well have been and not know it.
Felicidades, Brian.
Sure. And so they're not here.
And instead, you get Brett Sheridan.
Woo! Returning. Brian was what? Oh, and Dorina's here too.
Dorina.
Yeah, I'm here too.
Brian was actually very upset because he was very much looking forward to being on a show with you.
I was looking forward to being here a half hour ago.
A little late. That's totally fine.
You know, it's good. You waited for me, but I have to announce now I'm never coming to Burbank ever again. So
I know it's shitty because you live on like the other side of the world, and we always want to do
Where
stuff
I live.
with you.
Yeah,
that's true. You live underneath the world.
I do.
Are you below
Hell.
the 10 or above the 10?
No, she's below the crust.
I am above.
Yeah, that's the issue.
But still below ground.
Yeah,
I
getting
live where
to the
vampires
10
live.
is always the craziness or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I gave myself an hour and a half. And I was going to be here like 10 minutes early, and then it kept being like, car stopped on side of the road. You're crap. Yeah, I mean, like
there was a fire.
I hope they're all safe.
Well, I don't know if the fire's gone anymore. I don't know if it's
the
contained.
Glendale fire.
There was
That's
a fire
right.
like in
about that?
Eagle Rock.
Isn't the Amazon on fire?
Yep.
That's true too. That's kind of backing up
The whole
freeway a
world's
little
on
bit.
fire.
Yeah.
Salud.
Salud, yeah. And you're the one causing it.
This is delicious. I
I
haven't
am?
had one of these.
Specifically?
No, you're like Satan.
I think it was just saying you're on fire.
No, man. Satan called me and he's like, "What the fuck are you guys all doing up there?" He's like, "What
Sure,
is
too.
going on?"
No, you're a
Yeah.
vampire. That's
Yeah.
different. I do feel I apologize on behalf of Burbank for you being late.
Well, it's not. I've gotten to the age where like I don't like being late. I spent most of my 20s, early 30s being late to everything.
Yeah.
Brett, how old are you now?
I am now 45 years
Woo!
old.
It's good age.
Yeah.
It's good age.
So
It's
you're
like a
no
fine
longer
wine.
late to things.
No, I try not to be, but shit happens.
That's very true.
But
Well, and then that's what I was saying before. It's like I feel bad asking you to come all the way out because we want to do so many things with you, whether it's the show or if it's commentary or like a sketch. We want to do so much, but then you have to drive all the way out here. Maybe what we got to do, especially if because I know we've been kind of in talks of doing a sketch recently. Maybe we go out. Actually, you too. We go out towards you and shoot something out that way.
that's what Dorina did.
I would love that because I also live over there.
Okay.
I was like 2 minutes from where we shot the serial
Was it? And
killer.
weren't you so great in that sketch?
He was really good.
right?
was,
Right?
Yeah.
Wasn't he?
He was really, really
Probably the
good.
best.
Everyone
You were
else
pretty
just
great.
kind of okay, but you.
That was
No, that's what it was. You were so
really
good, you
fun.
made everyone else just kind of okay.
If you guys haven't checked that sketch out, it is on Super Dork House, my channel, and it is a very funny sort of horror sketch with
That's good.
You're not gonna
with Brett.
doing that.
He's
you
in
can
it.
do this. You put the click here,
Click that
here,
shit.
click
Yeah.
here, and click here, and you can see
Good
it.
job.
I don't know.
You could be like Vanna White.
Yeah.
Dana White?
No,
UFC?
Vanna White from Wheel of Fortune.
Oh,
He's good
yeah.
he's good at pointing.
We were just having not an argument among our family, just a discussion of whether or not she's actually doing anything when she pushes those.
I don't think
Oh,
so.
hell no. Those are just like TV screens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Yeah. Way to represent women, Wheel
Yeah.
of Fortune.
I want to be the new host of Wheel of Fortune, and then I can get a dude to do that for me.
Fuck yeah.
exactly.
Ooh,
Flip it.
Should we do it?
you're riding on his back, and you got like a chain to him, like
Mm-hmm.
like not ASMR. What's a BDSM?
Tell me what else you're into, Christian.
That's not what I'm into. I'm into feet. No, I don't
Wait,
even like
what?
feet. I hate feet. Ugh.
Oh,
Feet
so
are
you
gross.
hate Tarantino movies?
I love Tarantino movies, but goddamn, man, he's easy with the feet. That's
I
it.
mean, it's his movie.
Yeah, I guess that's true too.
It's the new one.
Yeah,
You guys aren't
can see
into
it.
feet at all?
I'm
rubbed
not.
Emerson,
I'm not.
but that's it.
I'm not against them being a little wonky. I mean, I know. This is the thing. I know that women are put through horrible, the stilettos and
Yeah.
things. I mean, it's torture on your. It's a little bit of form of the ones where they used to break the girls' feet and
Yeah.
bind them and stuff like that. I mean, you're kind of binding, you're screwing up your feet. And
I mean, it's like, or like, so that means, so you actually like it when they're wonkier.
I don't. I don't mind it, and I feel for women for having to wear high heels or feeling they need to. I mean, I like it.
So since your wife likes like the whole British TV series,
Yes.
right? Like Outlander and all of the like Poldark, would you dress up in like a ruffled shirt and then like kiss her wonky feet?
I would, of course, kiss her wonky feet. But I think the ruffle shirt is not the issue. I think it's the Poldark with his shirt off. What he has going on underneath is what I need to work on.
Are you working on it?
I'm kind of working on it by just not eating much lately. But that's just a whole nother depression story. But no, I need,
funny.
I, I'm getting to that age too, where it's like, I can't just eat a lot, and I want to,
Don't you hate
once
that?
in my life, I want to be like buff. And I've had times that I could have been, and I have the build for it. You know, I do have the dad bod, but I want the not dad bod. I want just the bod. Just one time before.
I think you can do what you set your mind to, Brett. It's just hard, dude. Like
Well, especially as
I
a
used to eat
fucking
all the
parent.
things, and now like I have to just eat sometimes.
Yeah,
and I don't like it.
And my wife's even dealing with it, and she's always been like this big around, and now she's like working out. Never worked out.
Same here.
First date we had, she's eating a rack of ribs, and I'm just like, what a woman. you
Yeah.
know? And nope, now she's like, I'm way more than I ever have. And I'm like,
No, man.
Don't worry about
I was a couch potato for 30 years. I didn't exercise at all. I played video games, musical instruments, and chess growing up as a kid. I was a total dork and
Yeah.
did not go outside.
Super dork.
Yeah. Get it? Nice plug there, Christian.
so I'd
Nice
like to
plug there,
welcome
audio guy.
Christian to the show. For that second there, I just felt like Dorina and I
No,
were
sorry,
just
I was
having
doing a
our-
stupid boomerang, but I was paying attention.
No, I felt like we were leaving you out.
No, that's
Because you're not very
story
fit.
of my life, Brett.
Have
no,
you ever been like, you're not like not fit, but have you ever been like cut? You're
No.
like me. You got that kind of.
We
think
were
that-
discussing earlier before the show that he's a
that,
filth.
that I'm a fat piece of shit.
No, that he's a fatty.
a
I'd
fat
like to
idiot loser who fucks. I don't know. That was not. Those are like 6 extra words. The closest probably was in my senior year of high school when we were like really, really working out for baseball and stuff. It was mostly just. I mean, I do have like really huge shoulders and shit. That's kind of like the joke. But I was working out a lot, like back here, like back of the elbow. I don't know what that is.
like
Trapezoid.
like in the gym,
Tricep.
in the gym to be
Trapezoid.
able to do baseball stuff, or what do you mean?
Yeah,
Okay.
mostly. Yeah.
What my wife really wants to see on me, and I think Alex Borstein talked about this in an old stand-up. It's called pre-cock. That little, I don't know what
The V?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
V.
I've always wanted
She's
that.
like, if you could get the V, you get the V.
Yeah.
I mean, it is pretty cool to get both pre and post.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Well, you were saying earlier that you want to like, step it up and do that. But I mean, you're a dad and you work. It's a lot of shit.
It is. It's a lot, but I think it's important, and I think it is something that is mood boosting, and it is trying to keep up. I mean, my kids are getting older. My son is 12 now, so now, I mean, I'm we go to the beach and throw in the football and the frisbee, and then I'm like,
Right.
like
Would he go like running with you at all or anything or do anything like
I
that?
couldn't keep up with him. He does
Yeah.
a like a 650 mile.
Oh
right
shit.
now. Yeah.
Jeez.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
I was doing
Man.
about I think the fastest mile I ever run was like a 6:59.
Yeah. I did a
Who are you people? Running
like-
is the worst.
I loved running.
Running is the most painful thing for me.
That's
I
like-
can't
that's
I
like-
can't do I run for like when it's almost a mile I feel like I'm dying.
Yeah.
I don't
See,
like
when
it.
I hit that mile, I just want to keep going. It's like,
Really?
oh, I did one, I could do it again. Yeah, because I've been like here and there running a little bit. I think officially like next week I'm gonna try to go back on keto and just really because when I did keto I lost like 20 pounds and it was great.
Okay.
Got it all back just like that. But I know I
is that?
can. I
There's
know I can.
Taco Bell, I
This
guess.
fucking Taco Bell.
You keep doing that.
It's not just Taco Bell. Let's be
You
honest.
keep doing that.
It's Popeyes too. There's
Now,
Popeyes right down the street.
keto, how does that differ? Because I did the whole 30, which is like paleo kind of in a sense.
I don't know so much about the paleo, but like keto was like a cut in carb. Actually, no carbs. It's like no carb kind of diet.
Yeah, I think they're all kind of the same.
Yeah.
That I felt great when I did the whole 30 thing. I dropped like 15 pounds.
Yeah.
My energy levels. I quit drinking caffeine.
It's like the transition. The first couple days
Yeah.
are really fucking tough because when I was doing it, it was so it was like Yeah, so it was like no carbs. So it was like no bread. It was all just salads and meat. It was a lot of meat. That was nice. I was able to eat a lot of meat.
I love meat and cheese.
Why did you guys get on? I've never been on one of those diets. Why did you guys get on? Literally to lose weight, or because you were doing something for exercise, or for like a sport?
For me, it was like losing weight.
Okay.
Yeah, and then
because
also
I think
like
the only time I ever, because I didn't work out forever, and then the only reason I started working out is because I got bigger because I was eating like crap, and then I turned 30, and like my body's like, you think you can keep eating those pizzas and those tacos every day, and like no. So now that I'm 37, my body's like, I have to work out, and I have. But I also noticed that it wasn't so much about what I was eating, but how much. I didn't realize how much I was eating.
Yeah.
Like for every meal, I was eating so many calories, and I had no idea because I never knew nutrition facts or any of that crap.
This whole like weekend has been bad because we're going to New York. This coming week, and this past weekend we're not like shopping or anything because we know we're gonna be gone for a week, so we're just constantly like eating out. And I know this weekend I'm gonna get fucked with some pizza and shit.
Yeah.
So now I think that's gonna
He
be
might
like
eat
the last
some
one.
too.
I might eat some. I might fuck a few.
I might get fucked.
I missed you, Brad. I really miss you.
We miss you all the time.
God, I miss you so much.
Oh,
I used to watch the other show I'm in. I used to watch it when you were in it.
that's
I
so
don't watch
sweet.
it anymore.
What?
Well, now he's in it.
What are you talking about?
Some other show.
Yeah. Like, what are you talking about? What other show?
Yeah, some
Collider
other
Live.
show.
It's
Yeah.
not like we say it 3 times.
Oh, we can't.
Chris is going to come out here and
How
hit you in the
dare
head.
you?
Yeah.
How dare you?
Don't you mention that show. Yeah, I do. There is like a void. Well, obviously, right now, Cody's not there because he's out being a daddy.
Yeah.
So there's that void.
Is he enjoying that? What's the good word? Is he?
Yeah,
is he-
the kid pooped in his face.
Perfect.
Yes.
Yeah.
He texted me that, and he's like, say breaking news. That the kid pooped in my face. So, but every time we've been kind of just like leaving him alone, letting him do his thing.
You got him. Yeah.
Every time we text him, he's like either watching one of the shows, like if it's live or something, and it's like, oh, go off, be a dad, and he's like, well, the kid's asleep. I don't know what to do right now. So
Tell him to watch like a good show.
Yeah.
I'm sure, dude. I'm sure he's watching so much shit.
Oh, of course, because when they nap, you either
That's
nap
your
or
time.
you get to have that time.
Yeah.
I remember like I made so many like bad comments about being a dad, just joking wise, and I actually sent him a text and I was like, "Listen, dude,
Oh, that's cool.
this is gonna be amazing. Don't sweat it. It is like the most wonderful thing." And so I because I started to feel bad for a while because I'd always hear, "Oh, brother," when we make a comment on the other show.
right. The other show. The show that must not
The
be
others.
named.
Yeah, on the second island. Yeah.
But I mean, as much as it's gotta be wonderful to have kids, it's also gotta be terrifying. I don't like. I was.
Oh, yeah.
I was talking about that when you first have one. I'm sure. Like it's just one of those things where. The first time I had somebody die in my family that was close to me, I remember waking up in the morning and realizing, oh crap, I have, no longer have this person in my life. And now, like, I can't imagine being a parent and being like, oh, I have a baby waiting for me, and I gotta make sure it's breathing.
Yeah, Cody's gonna love this conversation when
I
he
know.
listens to it back.
Yeah. My point is that you guys are superheroes. So
It's very true.
Yeah.
salute to that,
You guys do a
because
lot.
being
Salute.
parents, man.
I mean, I can't imagine. But from everything that I've heard from experienced parents, like my own parents, newer parents, like it's gonna be stressful and tough, but that's all part of the journey, you know. And then there's gonna be a shit ton of rewards. Like I go and I see like on his wife's Instagram story, like I see the baby, and it's like, oh my god, it's adorable. Like he's just sleeping.
Yeah.
He's just sleeping. Or like I don't know if they're posing him. I don't know. This might be conspiracy, but like he's got his hands behind his head, just like chilling. I'm like, oh my god, that's cute. God, that's a little Cody. That's the little baby Cody.
And I just would tell anybody that has that little baby that, you're going to absolutely hate life at certain points of that. But don't take it for granted, because there will be a point, like there's something that I've been dealing with lately, and it's that like in the morning I used to have kids come and jump in bed with me,
And now they don't?
I don't anymore. Like it's a new thing that I'm kind of like, nobody comes and
I remember
How many kids do you have?
2,
And how old is the youngest?
8.
Okay, yeah, so they're becoming cooler, as in like,
Yeah.
oh, we don't need our parents all the time.
She's still my snuggler,
Yeah.
she's still, Daddy, I love you, and gives me kisses, and but she's
But you're not her
she's
hero
got
anymore.
like TikTok, and she's FaceTiming friends on her, she doesn't have like a legit cell phone, she just has like one with Wi-Fi. But yeah, it is one of those things where it's like you look back and you go, oh god, I was always so grumpy when they'd come in at 6, and wake me
Cherish
up, and
it.
I want to go back and get those things. It's you don't think it's gonna happen. And that's some things I'm struggling with right now.
Yeah.
Do you feel forgotten?
I do. I feel like my the need for me is going away because I'm trying to make them more independent too by having them make their lunches in the morning and teaching him to cook and things like that, which my 12-year-old is way behind at this point. I mean, at 12, I was doing carpentry for my grandfather. I mean, I was like climbing underneath houses and putting in insulation and roofing and stuff like that. And like my son is like, could you take the trash out? And he's like, ugh.
Yeah, does that worry you that they might come up lazy, but you know that you're letting them be, or you're being a little too lenient on that? Because like I have friends that like, you know, that had it relatively easy coming up, and whereas it's like me and my family and, you know, some of my other friends, like we kind of struggled a lot, and I can kind of see the difference now. It's like where we are now, you know, it's like some people just have a lot of stuff handed to them. I'm not saying that that's you guys, but like, you know, like a lot of stuff that I had to do when I was growing up, I had to fucking really work for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think we were you know, middle class or whatever, but my mom, you know, always instilled work. Like, you know, we did do chores and I learned how to, you know, I always said to somebody, we never really paid anybody to do anything. You know, it's like the toilet's broken. Like, well, let's go to the library and figure it out how to fix the toilet. And I'm so thankful for the things that my mom had me do, because now, you know, that was my fallback job too as I struggled through this great acting career I have, is
there it
is that I'm very handy, and that also got I think was a big thing with wooing my wife.
Hey,
I remember
wooing.
Yes, with
for marriage.
Yes. One of the stories, she came. I probably told this on some other show.
Yeah, don't tell.
No. Where she came to like surprise me, and this was, you know, I think she had a cell phone at the time. No, she didn't have a cell phone. This was pre us having cell phones. She came to surprise me to come over to my place, locked her keys in her car, and had to call me from the gas station down the street. And so I drove down there with a wire hanger. And I broke
into so many cars back
then. I went and I unlocked her door, and she said it was just like a you know, like moment for her. Yeah.
You're like, oh, she was probably like somebody that can do something. That's cool,
right?
Right. Somebody that doesn't have to be like, let me Google that.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. Was AAA even there back then?
I don't even think so.
God,
that was
like
1950s ago.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God, we have 3 generations here, you guys.
Whoa.
Because you're in your 20s, right?
I'm the millennial.
Yeah.
You're not technically a millennial?
Baby. I'm 1982.
Dorina? 1982, I think? No. What is millennial? Like 85?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
I also grew up with adults, so I'm kind of old that way.
I think you're the same age as my brother.
Steve.
Yep, Steve.
Steve Perry. SS is what we call them.
My sister's going to be in New York and see me do stand-up.
Are you not? You're doing? Yeah, you are coming to New York with us, right?
Oh,
Fuck yeah.
I'm so jealous.
I'm staying in Brooklyn with my sister.
Oh, Brooklyn! Hey!
First time I've visited my sister in the 8 years that she's lived there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy shit. You
But
excited?
you've been to New York before.
I've been to New York after college. I like went into the city quick with my dad one time,
Right.
like, you know, but I've never spent that much time. It kind of it freaks me out a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know LA is like another big city, but I'm, you know, like getting on a subway and all these things, you know,
That's a little intimidating, the subway out there, for me at least. I've been there a couple of times, and I like know this, but like Central Park, it's fucking right there.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like you know, you take the red train to the C, the R to the blue, and it's like, oh fuck, I don't know.
Yeah,
No idea. Just read the map.
I don't know, man. I love Los Angeles, but I really wish we had better public transportation.
Oh, God.
For sure.
Because when I do use it, it's the best. Like I love taking the train from here to San Diego. It's my favorite.
Oh, it's
so
wonderful.
Yeah, I
nice.
did that for Comic-Con. My only Comic-Con I went to, I did that, and it's such a nice view the
so
whole
pretty.
way.
And then you can like
drink
eat
on there.
and drink.
Oh,
and
you can bring
do
anything
drugs,
you want.
heroin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they don't
give
check
you-
for anything.
Yeah, they give you
over
crap.
there.
It was the funniest thing. I'm so used to airports that I walk in and I'm just like, there's not a single person has checked my bag.
Nope, nothing.
And
You could bring a
maybe
cougar.
there was like a
and-
couple dogs
cougar.
over up, and
Yeah.
you know, just come on board.
Yeah. Maybe that's what we should be doing. Getting all the animals from the Amazon, putting them on this train.
Yes.
Yeah,
put 'em
maybe
on a train.
little Noah's Ark. Yeah, there for you.
All right, let's take
But
a
cool.
caller.
What? Cooler? That's the other show, Brad.
Do you miss us, Brett?
I 100% miss you.
You don't have
It's-
to lie.
No, I do. I think it was a show that I think I wasn't necessarily a fit for.
I
and
don't know. I think you fit every show.
and
Don't
there
you
were-
agree, Christian?
Do I fit every show?
I think you do.
Yeah.
You got to take these things serious, though. When we're talking about Star Wars,
Yes.
or if we're talking about Marvel.
Wait, did you say Star Wars? Oh, okay.
Oh.
I see your skin burning. Why did you do that?
I'm sorry.
Dorina did the sign of the cross, and now she's burning.
I grew up loving these things,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm so sick of talking about them. Okay,
Yeah.
look, something comes out and I get excited a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and then it becomes this thing where everyone's talking about it in every show and on Twitter for like weeks and weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, I just want to see the movie at this point.
I
Like I think it's cool that people get happy and passionate about it, but I also wish I saw, people talk about other stuff.
Yeah.
It would make me feel better if people were checking out different types of art and
Right.
filmmaking out there.
And I
not
think
just
they are,
this.
but I think the focus is on the bigger stuff.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, it was a weird world to be thrown into, and it was something that I didn't realize, like the passion, but not in a fun way. I was passionate about bands, but like if
Yeah.
you didn't like a band, I didn't call your
Oh, you
mother
saw
the
Rolling
C word
Stones
or
this
something,
weekend?
you know?
Fuck you. Yeah.
It's like no, it was just like I like this band. Oh, I don't. Oh, okay, cool. I do. Whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
You know?
like Pink Floyd's for pussy.
Yeah,
What
yeah,
is that?
right?
Oh,
It's
your
so
music
weird.
your music taste
Yeah.
sucks.
Oh, they're some sellouts.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, yeah.
Oh, you like
okay.
Tool? Well, you're a fucking Tool.
I was just listening to Tool on the way over
I'm gonna
here.
smash your pumpkin.
Yeah.
Sober, right? Oh, I'm gonna go drink a beer. Fuck you.
Tool has a great song about people that call people hooker with a penis. It's called. I just listen. I'm gonna crack another one of these. But
do it.
for it.
The line in it is about a guy telling Tool, telling Maynard that he's a sellout, and he said, "I've got some advice for you, little buddy. Before you point your finger, you should know that I'm the man, and if I'm the man, then you're the man as well. So you can point that fucking finger up your ass, So it's,
I love Salud. I love Tool.
That's dope. We'll talk about. I want to ask you about
about the new one. I will never, again, because of that song, I will never say anything bad about them because I've been a diehard fan from the beginning. But the new one was not in that kind of punch me in the soul kind of. I mean, I like
fucking
the
10 minutes long. And
little.
I don't mind the length.
Yeah.
At all. I like long songs. I just saw Godspeed You Black Emperor. Like I don't mind songs that are 15 minutes. Just make them really interesting the whole way.
Yeah.
And it would have. I don't know why they dropped that one first. I would have liked something that was just a little more in your like a stink fisty.
But
kind
don't
of
you
a-
feel like I feel so crappy being like it's okay, even though they've made like amazing music. Like
Oh, yeah.
I wish I made one amazing song that they made. You know,
Very true.
That
Well,
is-
you also combine that with the fact that this is their first song that they released in 13 years, and that just like that shit always worries me because one of my favorite bands of all time is System of a Down.
Right.
And System of a Down has not released music since 2006. It's like Mesmerized and the Hypnotized dual album that they put out, and everyone's just like, especially since Tool came out with their new song, everyone's like, "Where's System? Where's System? Is it
waiting
coming?"
for it,
And there's like a story every single year of all the guys like, "Yeah, we're writing stuff, and then Serge and Darren, the two main dudes, they're always like kind of headbutting, and it worries me because it's like I want to hear new music, but am I gonna like it? Is it gonna be good?
Well, that's the thing too that's hard about the bands that we all grew up in and like them make. Like I grew up loving U2. I clearly don't listen to their stuff anymore. Like that's new, right? I listen.
You kind of skipped a few numbers.
I think it's on purpose.
I know.
Christian.
There's
There's a couple of good songs in that album. That was the last one though.
Well, and it was
But-
weird.
You like
oh, go
U2?
ahead.
Well, fuck you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, fuck you too.
Yeah.
U2's the Last Jedi of bands. Jerk.
Sellouts.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Oh yes, no Tool. But the thing with Tool is they weren't on Spotify forever too.
Yeah, that
and
was
then this
cool.
was their big thing of like coming onto Spotify.
Smart.
But I
Very
also feel like they've always been a band where you had to get the entire album and listen. They were an album band where you
Correct.
listened it from front
Yeah.
and that was the whole.
That they
so if
made
you-
albums that they told a story,
and
right?
If you
It
had
wasn't
that
just
10-minute song, it was kind of
related
sandwiched
to the
in
next,
there, and it went into the
Yeah.
next one. So it was a weird release for me. Again, Maynard, if I know you listen to the show, I would never say anything bad about you. I support your wine.
He was on Rogan
business.
like a few weeks ago.
Yeah,
he was the one that like announced it on there. That was kind of cool.
Yeah,
I like them. I grew up liking them. I just never have seen them live.
No.
And I've heard that it's it could be hit or miss, I guess, because they'll do weird things where like they won't look
That's
at the
pretty
audience or things like that.
Ooh.
Is that true?
Yeah, he's hilarious. No, I love it. My brother flew me out to New Orleans year or two ago to see him, and he goes, "What's he doing?" And he was like back behind the stage in like combat gear and stuff, and all in black, just doing this, and you know, like and the band's in front. But I've always appreciated that that's kind of his like, well, I'm not, I went to a John Mayer concert, and John Mayer was right there in the front and had screens of John Mayer, and the band was kind of in light.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I like John Mayer, but but no, he's weird. I've seen him.
I almost hooked up with him once.
With John Mayer?
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyway.
Lucky.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
There were too many girls trying to hook him. I'm like, lazy.
I get it.
Yeah.
No, I just.
Okay.
I'm too lazy.
Yeah.
But yes, he's wearing bras before and wigs and been painted
That's
all
cool
blue.
though. Have you guys ever seen Behemoth live?
Yes.
They're
haven't.
so
Yeah.
awesome.
I was supposed to go see Slipknot and Behemoth like a month or so ago.
Okay.
I couldn't go. I had to go to an engagement party instead, so I gave my tickets to my brother.
Yeah.
And he started listening to Slipknot a lot lately, and so he was very excited. So he got to go and see the show. And I was like texting him all throughout the night, and I was like, "Who's up?" And he's like, "Oh, I don't know. They're like really loud and kind of scary." I was like, are their faces all painted white and silver? He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "That's Behemoth."
Yeah. You're like, do they look like they're in like a creepy church? But it's so like their show is just so theatrical. It's like watching a musical. It's crazy and not just the fact that they're amazing musicians, like they're really good, but it's all theatrical. Like it's great, and they opened for Slayer too when I saw them. So it was amazing.
I think the first time that I actually saw them was one of the bigger concerts I ever went to was Sounds of the Underground. It was like a big, huge metal festival, and they were like third to last band go, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And I think they were right after Gwar too, and Gwar was like killing people on stage and squirting blood into the audience.
I've never seen Gwar. I've heard stories about it. I don't think the music's that great, right?
No,
it's just a show.
The show is
not a fan of the music at all, but the show was one of the R.I.P. I think the lead singer passed away.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so, or guitar player. One of them passed away.
I have to say though, one of the best metal shows I've seen, like in person, that's just musically amazing, was Meshuggah. I don't know if you guys know them, but they're incredible.
Really?
I was just. Because I grew up classically trained.
I always took them as like bro metal too.
No, but I didn't know. And when I went to see them,
not against that,
it's crazy that the drummer was just, I was actually, like, unless it's jazz, I usually it's actually pretty easy for me to like figure out the tempo of the song and the chords and all this stuff, right? But like it's like jazz music where you don't know where they're going and there's all this syncopation. Like it was crazy. I felt like an idiot and I was so happy about it. Yeah. It was just so great.
I felt that way. I went to Knotfest in 2014 and there was a fucking band. The name is blanking on me. They were like an Asian band and they were fucking
Gojira?
insane. No, it was something. I don't know. I couldn't find them on Spotify for the longest time. I'll find it and eventually at some point.
It's not King Gizzard, right?
No.
And the Lizard Wizard.
But like a lot of them didn't speak English either. And so like they'd be speaking in Japanese and then all of a sudden like nobody's really understanding what they're saying. And then the drummer, who was a chick and she also sang on the band too, she'd be like, "America!" And then everyone's just like, "Yeah!" But then they played the most fucking awesome metal music that I've ever fucking heard. Like it's super progressive.
Was it Boris?
Something extreme. No, fuck. I gotta find it. Hold on.
Damn it! No.
You're saying all these names. Now you're making me feel old. You're saying lots of names I've never heard of.
Shit.
But that's an awesome
when
thing about
Spotify. When I see your
Spotify,
stories, I
though.
get so jealous, man. I want to go
Why
to
don't
these
you
concerts.
Come? You should come.
They take place at night.
I remember like.
Do you have a curfew like you can't leave your house? Like you're like a gremlin or something?
If Friday maybe it's God. I don't know. 6:30 is a tough one after going to a concert. You know.
I remember like the last time you were on the show. You were saying like, oh, you were telling your son like you want to go to a Imagine Dragons concert or something like that.
Oh no,
right?
It was Black Keys.
Black Keys. God
Those
forbid
are
if it
very
was Imagine
different.
Dragons.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Just
Sorry,
saying.
Cody would slip my wrist. Sorry, I didn't mean that.
Different.
Black Keys. Excuse me.
Yes.
And he didn't want to go.
Yeah, no, it broke my heart.
Oh.
Yeah. But then he was like, "Well, I'll go," but no, my wife and our friends are going anyway, and he's gonna stay at home. Yeah.
Well,
But that was our band. That was when he was a little kid and he was in the car and we'd be driving somewhere and I'd have just the radio on and he goes, "Daddy, I need rock and roll to make me feel better."
Aww.
And I'd put on Black Keys and I
That's
remember
so
him in his
true.
room like with a fedora on with a pencil in his mouth like listen to Lonely Boy and just jamming out. I'm like, "What are you doing? Are you
awesome.
pretending to smoke right now?" I mean, you look cool, but
It's like a Lilo and Stitch, when she's listening to Elvis and she's like, "Just
Yeah,
leave me
yeah.
here to die."
Yeah.
Like my mom says I used to do that. She would knock on the door when I was a teenager because I was listening to like Radiohead's OK Computer or like Nine Inch Nails or something, and she'd just knock and be like, "Are you okay? Just making sure you're not gonna do anything."
Maximum
Magazine's calling it.
Maximum the Hormone is the
Oh.
band. Look them up.
Interesting.
Fucking
Okay.
really, really cool. Super crazy.
Okay.
They sing. They're kind of like the
I'll
close-
do that if you check out Meshuggah.
I've heard Meshuggah before, but like the songs that I've heard from them is like I don't know, it's like they're all like kind of bro-y, like stomp, slam kind of metal.
Is that
I don't
what
know.
bros move like?
I don't know.
Text me these names if you think of them. I
Okay.
gotta get back into the
But
Are you a
yeah.
big metal fan? Like a big metalhead?
Not. I don't think I've ever considered myself
hard
a
rock?
metal. Hard rock. I mean, is Tool? I wouldn't. They're
Do you
not
have
metal.
What are your favorite bands in general, not just metal?
Oh, geez, that got definitely Tool.
Iron Maiden?
I mean, I was grunge. I was Nirvana, Smashing Pumpkins.
Pearl Jam, like
Pearl Jam. That whole.
Oh.
My 15 dollars.
That's all my dad. My dad
$15. I went to
Dude,
a
Puddle of Mud?
Puddle of Mud, no. I went to a concert. It was Red Hot Chili Peppers, and two bands opened up that we never heard of before, and it was Smashing Pumpkins and Pearl Jam, and it was
Shut
$15
up.
bucks. Yeah,
That's
cool as fuck.
crazy.
and I was immediately just sold on it.
What
No-
album
Salute.
was Salute? What album was Red Hot on?
Red Hot, that was Blood Sugar Sex Magic,
Mm-hmm.
and 10 I think was just getting released. And I don't even know if Gish was out yet for Pumpkins. I think Lowell was just the only
Oh,
EP.
wow.
And we were talking. It was
That's
kind
before
of
Californication, right?
not
That's
we friends of mine were talking to some of Pearl Jam, and I was just in the corner smoking a cigarette and being
Wow.
like, "Yeah, these guys are pretty cool, yeah, but
Yeah.
I got to get my smoke
pretty
on."
cool.
Yeah.
I just saw Smashing Pumpkins for the first time last year,
Really?
and I had so much fun because I know he's a weirdo. But it was so much fun. They were actually really good. And
Yeah.
he started with Disarm, and everyone immediately got all like, "Oh, we're a Hot Topic all together hugging,"
Are they putting out new music too still?
I
Smashing
don't know.
Pumpkins?
I was just excited to hear the end as the beginning of the end. I was like, holy
They
crap.
were my band.
Smashing Pumpkins?
Yeah, that was my band. I remember I didn't get to go. I had something going on, but my friend went to when Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness, the dual disc
Yeah.
came out, and he
Tonight,
went and
Tonight?
stood in line at one of the record stores.
Tower
like-
Records or something?
Yeah.
Tower Records?
Well, no, we didn't have Tower in
What is
Nebraska.
that?
It was
Is that like Pandora?
It's like the best memory I have as a
might
kid.
have been Drastic Plastic. We had more underground places in
Ah.
Nebraska.
He's like, Sam Goodies.
Yeah, Sam Goody. And brought it to me and and put it in my room and
Right.
wrote me a little note, like, sorry, couldn't get to the and went and got a CD.
Wow.
But no, they were my band, and I think after, oh geez, I can't remember what that 1979 song came out. I don't know, it kind of just got.
I mean, that is what it's called.
Yeah, they didn't like hit it like they used to. They got a little more melancholy on their
Yeah.
end.
Which is probably why my people like them. Because
Yeah.
we like the melancholy crap.
people?
You like the
Mexican.
Our
yeah.
people, Dorina.
Our people.
Smiths?
Sorry, Chris.
Smiths
Christian.
and Morrissey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smiths. Smiths. Yeah. Morrissey's like our Mexican Jesus.
I never
So it's
got.
very conflicting.
I never got into that stuff. I
Selena's
had friends
my
that
Mexican
did.
Jesus.
Because you're more American than
That's
I am.
very true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you grew up here, that makes sense. It's Selena.
Selena
For
is-
me, it's Morrissey.
Selena's the one person that I found out like, whoa, I'm Mexican American? What the hell?
You're all immediately. It's like you actually were born, and your first words were "beady beady bum bum."
Avidi, avidi,
Avidi,
avidi, bum,
bum.
bum.
So good.
They're making a show out of that. Can you believe that?
I'm gonna watch it.
It's gonna suck.
Probably, but I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, I'm gonna
See,
watch it.
and I
Let's
didn't-
watch it.
I didn't know any of that was going on. The Selena. Selena was
Selena.
not big in the Nebraska.
I had a CD. No, not a CD. I had a cassette from the movie, I think.
And I didn't like. I thought Smiths. I got into Smiths and Depeche Mode like way later than people.
Man, Depeche Mode.
Never got into Depeche Mode.
Oh, The
No.
Cure. Like that was my stuff. I'm seeing The Cure this weekend. I'm so excited.
I remember thinking Metallica was like a devil's music, and I was like, oh, you guys are, like. So I got into some of those things a little later, and then appreciated it more. But
I think my folks like didn't really think how far I would go as far as, because my dad always listened to, everyone called him Ozzy because his middle name is Oswaldo, so they called him Ozzy because he listened to like Metallica, Iron Maiden, Ozzy, Black Sabbath, like everything. And that was kind of like my introduction to all of that. And then my cousin, who is kind of like an older brother to me because I'm the oldest in my family, he introduced me to Avenged Sevenfold, and that was when like they were screaming because they stopped screaming after their second album. That like introduced me. I was like, what the fuck? People like scream?
Yeah.
Because like I've heard Pantera and they kind of scream too, but this was like more. This was like more metalcore and everything, and that just like opened my world.
Well, that's what's because you love that stuff. Like, and I don't know if I was too old for it. But like because I obviously grew up with the Sabbath and all that stuff as well. But eventually, like I liked Metallica, and then once like Korn hit and all that crap, I was like, not into it.
It was like the new metal fate, new metal wave.
And then eventually all this screamo stuff, I just never could get. I wasn't into it though.
It's not screamo.
What is it? Describe it to me, or what's it called?
Screamo is like specifically emo, but like the act like
I don't like it.
Like
I don't like
that's
any
your term,
of it.
screamo.
There's different like
so
versions of
so
screaming.
Explain each one.
So like I particularly like metalcore, where it's like they're taking metal and hardcore and putting it together.
The
like Killswitch Engage.
Okay.
Like they sing, but they also scream at the same time. But also like deep down, like the lyrics is kind of what sells the whole thing. Like one of my favorite things I've ever seen on the internet.
But if they're screaming, you can't hear the lyrics.
Well, I think see, yes and no. There are bands and singers that have trained their voices now, and this is what's actually really interesting about bands that scream, because I've noticed a lot of my favorite singers have a lot of vocal issues because when they would scream back in the day, they were literally just screaming. Yeah. There was no technique. Now there is an actual technique to it, and people have conditioned their voices to scream properly, so it's not destroying their vocal cords.
Or they've just picked out pointers from people that like back in the day, like a Robert Plant, like somebody that like, because like what's her name, Ann Wilson, like there's people that just had, I don't know how they sang all the time live because you're just breaking your voice, like freaking Sammy Hagar. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like how do you go that high without like blowing out your shit, especially touring like and going every single day.
I saw a video on the YouTube. I don't know if you guys heard of it. This guy went around to like metal concerts and would ask people to do their best metal scream, and most people couldn't do it.
Jared something.
No.
Whoa!
That was your Mothra.
That
was your Mothra.
That was pretty good. I like that.
It's
actually funny that YouTuber. I went to go see a band called Trivium. They're a cool metal band, and the lead singer, his wife had a baby, so he had to like cancel on the tour. But the band decided to go, and that YouTuber played with them, and I got to go see them while they played. And like all the singers that were touring with them just filled in for the band, and so I ended up seeing him. And because I started watching, he did another great video, like all like YouTube drummers and stuff, and he kind of parodied it a little bit because like there's like a stigma to like people that do drumming covers on YouTube. There's like the guy that's like doing way too much or like flipping his sticks while like being too stylistic. So that's actually really fun.
I like the one where they got I don't know what the channel is, but they've got metal guys playing on like a Hello Kitty drum set or on a.
It might be like Loudwire or something.
Yeah,
I saw like Mike Portnoy do that on like a Hello Kitty drum set.
Yeah, or a guitar. That's fun.
It's fun stuff.
I love that we're just randomly starting talking about music because it's my favorite topic.
We never talk. We talk about music.
But it's my favorite.
Blink-182.
Oh. They're fine.
I miss Cody. God damn it. I really
we
do.
miss Cody too.
Oh, but back to what you were saying though, like as far as the screaming stuff goes, because that was the thing that kind of drove me insane with other people from the outside that didn't listen to the music. They were judging it based off of the screaming. They're like, oh, well, it's devil music. You can't understand what they're saying. Like there are definitely bands where they're saying shit you can't really understand it, but the more you listen to it, the more you're kind of indulge yourself into that sort of world, you start to pick up on what they're saying. And there's actually screamers that pronounce the words properly so you can actually understand it.
I mean, I think I used to be, because I grew up as like a music snob, I used to be so judgmental of certain genres of music, and I think that's that's changed because I realized like when I was a kid, like we didn't grow up with like hip hop, you know, like the first hip hop I ever heard was like maybe Run DMC and Beastie Boys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that until I moved to the States is when I actually.
It's all poetry.
Yeah.
It's
So,
all
but
poetry.
at the end of the day, I realized that you can actually find good music in every genre. It's just it's not like it's kind of dumb where I used to be like I don't like rap or I don't like screamo. You know what I mean? Like you can find good bands or good artists within a genre. You just have to look for the good ones.
Well, that was the funny. Like there was like for the longest. What the fuck was it? You just breathed right into that fucking mic. Jesus Christ.
Every genre.
You're really excited about that.
Do your mantra. So
Whoa,
good.
that was all by itself. I'm gonna make sure Brian can clip that out. Whoa, you're auditioning for a Transformers movie.
Whoa. What's your favorite? Like, what's a really good voice that you can do?
I can't do.
You just did like two of them.
It was Elmo, I think, is my.
Oh, let me hear. You may hear.
Do it. Be creepy.
Because I did.
Elmo do that? Oh, we're gonna go to the store. But Elmo's scared of the store because sometimes it's too cold in there.
I had to do that for my
Whoa.
daughter. I had to be Elmo every day. She'd
my
go, "No, you need to
gosh.
talk to me as Elmo all the way to preschool."
I just felt
That
like
was terrifying.
you time traveled me back to the day, man.
Are we going to the store right now?
and then
No.
yes, Elmo.
I don't like it.
I
it's
love
too
it.
good.
Oh, it's wonderful.
so good.
Yeah.
Right.
See?
That's the only.
Weren't you trying to get like on? I remember, wasn't there a period?
Oh,
on,
yeah,
was it on
yeah.
the other show or was it on Schmoes
Yeah.
where you were actually like trying to?
Well, somebody had said because I interviewed Chewbacca and the way I interacted, but like, yeah, I'd love to do stuff like that. You know what? My new like no joke. Just put me on as a dad on one of these Disney shows.
You would be perfect.
I just
Lizzie
wanna be
McGuire's
a-
coming back.
Lizzie McGuire, that's right.
Come on.
Christian's favorite
You'd be
show,
Gordo's
apparently.
dad. I don't know.
Bumbling
I think that
dad.
works,
My
but-
daughter watches the Thundermans, and they're like a
Yeah.
superhero family, and it's just like, I don't. You know what? Again, it's the whole you sold out. I sold out long before people. I just want
on this show.
I just want to do something fun like that and get paid just enough to. I don't want a big house.
To not be stressed out
Yeah,
about
to not be
finances.
stressed.
Yeah,
You know, I
that's
don't want to be
nice.
a
I
big
get it.
star. I don't want to be. I just want to. I want to act and perform and
Isn't
do
that
things
a
like that.
song?
Brad, we're gonna make you a star.
We're
I'm
gonna
gonna
make you a
into
star.
We'll do it.
Brad needs to be a star.
It would be great.
I mean, you better talk to us when you are.
I
one.
would 100%. Hey,
No,
I
just
tell you
watch
what,
him. Watch him. He's not.
Internet.
He's gonna think the other
internet,
show before he
make
thinks
me
this show.
famous. Make me famous on the internet, and we'll see. You know, if there's any scandals or anything like that, or if there's people being helped out.
Well, if we
'Cause I
do this-
think
if
there's a lot of people making a lot of money that are taking advantage of people, and they're
That's
not
very
giving it
true.
to where they need to be.
Agreed.
Yeah. Well, if we do this next sketch that we've kind of been talking about a little bit, I don't think it's gonna help you with Elmo, but
I liked it though.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty funny.
yeah. Brian pitched. I don't want to say anything else about it, but Brian pitched it, and I was like, that's really fucking
Yeah,
funny.
yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty funny too when you told me about it.
Dorina, I told Dorina about it. You actually read the script and everything.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Cool.
He sent it to me, and I immediately read it. That takes a lot. I don't like to read.
Yeah, that was Brian was just like, I'm in. Give me a call time. He was like, well, that's it? No notes? You got nothing else?
No. The notes. You play around when you're there, and
Trust the directors.
yes. Trust the directors and trust that I'll come up with something on the spot. It's all right.
Yeah.
Christian, do you like to act?
Yeah, not really.
Me either.
I like
That's why
doing.
I think what you guys do is hard because I can't.
I like
do it.
doing our sketch stuff.
Yeah.
Just because like that's just us being silly. But like when we're doing like a serious short film, I haven't been in a like a serious short film.
Yeah.
I don't know, in a long time.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I could do it. Like I was like I can give looks. I give like, oh fuck, we gotta
Yeah.
do this. But then I'm the one editing it the whole time.
Yeah.
And so it's like, fuck, I don't want to stare at myself trying
It's
to be serious
horrible.
the whole time.
Yeah.
The sketch stuff is fine because I'm usually the straight man to like Cody's like usually the character
Yeah.
and that's usually fine. So I can kind of sit through all that, but I don't like sitting through the serious shit.
Do you think we're too cynical to be like do dramatic acting? Because I'm okay when I have to do something silly, but when it's like very serious, I'm like, well, I don't feel like that right now. Like I just ate McDonald's and I
Yeah.
feel fine, so I don't want to cry. So I don't. That's why I think acting is hard. Like when you're a good actor, I think
It's
that's
not easy. Yeah, it's not easy.
So
I don't know.
Good job, Brett.
I've loved it forever, and it's all I've ever wanted to do. And it's it's tough. It's tough being 45 and going, oh, I'm still not doing it. You know, I mean, like, you know, oh, you're like, oh, thank you for doing this. This was, you know, I'm like, I call me any day. It doesn't matter if 2 people or 1 million people see it. I like to do that. I've done it.
And it doesn't matter.
Long time.
It doesn't matter for you whether it's comedy or drama. Like, you just love doing it.
I haven't done much drama. You know, I mean, they say drama is easy, comedy is hard. I've been said before because you know, that makes me feel better about myself. But like, you know, I did like in high school and college, I did like Euripides and you know, Shakespeare and things like that.
Oh shit!
And, you know, yeah.
Who'd you play in Shakespeare?
I was
the 12th Night.
No, that was Euripides. I was Hippolytus in Euripides. And in Shakespeare, it was Midsummer Night's Dream. I can't remember.
The cousin.
Yeah.
Is that your knowledge of Shakespeare, Christian?
Capulet.
That
You were
one
a Capulet.
cousin.
I was in our
That's
town.
Romeo and Juliet.
I know.
That's
I
not
read
Midsummer.
Midsummer Night. No, I just saw Midsummer. Never mind.
Do you guys know the first time I ever read Shakespeare was in Mexican high school, and it was in Spanish. Macbeth.
El Shakespeare.
Yeah, that's what it's called. Yeah. No, Macbeth in Spanish. That was my first
Fuck.
Shakespeare.
Jesus Christ.
It was already super confusing in English. You guys should read it in Spanish. It's way more confusing.
how does that structurally work?
It doesn't at all. I don't know.
It's such a weird, and you never felt like you were doing it right. You know, you felt like you were just saying words. You know,
It almost feels like a parody.
I liked Greek tragedy a little bit more. I felt like I kind of
Oedipus?
got a grasp.
You
for
fuck with
that.
Oedipus?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oedipus is the
Oedipus
shit.
all day long. But yeah, I got kind of into Greek tragedy when I did Hippolytus the Rogue. No, I don't know what it is.
Can you remember any lines?
I remember there's a point where he's dying and he's cursing Zeus, I think. I can't even remember the story, but I played guitar in it too. It was this kind of modernized weird thing. What else did I do? I did Philip K. Dick, Flow My Tears, The Policeman Said. I played the lead in that. And that one, the guy kind of took an 80s twist on it, and it was this, you know, that was pretty cool.
Is there any way you can put all this stuff anywhere?
I have
the
stuff.
internet?
Well, you know what I could put on the internet that I have a lot of. I have a lot of church plays I was in.
That sounds great.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
should do that. You should
I'd love to
release
see that.
do a Patreon and release one on a weekly basis.
Yeah,
Or just give it to us.
I think I have some videos
There's that as well.
of some of these other ones, but they are degrading somewhere in a closet.
Perfect.
Somewhere. You know, the VHS quality is happening.
Just transfer it over and shit.
My mom always brags about a church play that I did that it was you know, like a 1.5 hour play, and I was the lead role. And then they tried to do it years after that, and nobody could memorize all the lines. So she's always like, they had to split up the part.
I see you as one, like having your lines down to a T. Is that correct?
Yeah, I put on.
Yes, in fact, when we filmed our sketch and Brett was in it, he ended up printing the script in the biggest font I've ever seen in my life.
Did you print out your own sides too?
I had to. I couldn't read it otherwise.
Well, that's good to know. When we shoot stuff together,
There
we'll
you
print it
go.
out. We'll print it out. We'll save you that extra copy in paper.
Well, I
print it out a
don't
little
like
bigger.
wearing the I did go to the eye doctor finally. I don't need prescription. I can get prescription, you know,
Are you
like
LASIK
reading
or-
glasses.
Oh, okay.
I have a like slight astigmatism, slight farsighted. So it's just, you know, it's this thing with the phone like that. So I just wear the
Isn't it great getting old?
It is amazing. It is amazing.
Can't wait.
It sucks.
Yeah.
I feel fairly good. I just think I could feel better. You know,
Yeah.
You look good.
That's the thing. It's like you think like now that I actually take care of myself and I'm healthy and I work
Yeah.
out, which I didn't do, like I said, for 30 years.
A little bit.
Little bit. I'm like, it's so if I didn't do this,
Yeah.
it would be even worse. Is
But
what I realized. Like I'm like, my back's gonna hurt no matter what. It's just gonna hurt less if I do this, I guess.
But
from now
I
on.
thought I would. I mean, I thought at what was I saw recently? People were posting pictures of their moms and how hot they were at 40.
Right.
You know, and my wife's 40 right now, and I think she's amazingly hot. But I was like, do people think 40 is like super old,
dead or something?
Yeah. And like, why wouldn't a 40-year-old woman be attractive? And then I was like,
because women back in the day were only attractive when they were like 18.
Yeah.
So
But
They live to 40.
I have arrested development in my brain. I still think my brain thinks I'm 25, but my body, when I try to do things, it
my
isn't.
brain's telling me no.
Yeah. Like
Jumping
doing
off
like
a rock.
doing
And
like
fuck.
handstand competitions on the beach with my son, and then the next day my wrists hurt so bad right now.
I get that way after like video shoots. Like if we do like a comic book shopping, and I have like a shoulder rig on me.
Oh, God.
Fucking, I'm just like, fucking A. Like it's not that heavy, but Jesus Christ, my arms are dead.
Yeah.
But that's because you don't realize how much you're putting on your body.
That's
It's
true.
the same thing as like if you just sit every day in front of a desk, you're hurting your body.
Yeah.
If you don't move at all.
They say it's the new smoking. Sitting at a desk.
I'd rather just smoke. No, I'm
Right?
just kidding. I've never been a smoker.
Me either. It's weird.
I do the hookahs. I've done the hookahs before.
Yeah, that one because it has like a little good taste, like apple or fruit. But like tobacco just
I've never
stinks.
smoked a cigarette before. I was always
I
scared.
have friends that do. I just think it's gross. Like,
I did
like
for
it.
like 10, 12 years.
I've only wanted to do it just because it fucking looks cool as fuck.
Yeah.
Just looks cool. Don't do it. But like like in movies and shit, just
Yeah.
you're like,
you can
how
have
are
like
they
a fake one.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, and then the vaping thing is a whole new, because they,
Yeah,
like,
you don't look cool vaping.
And
I think vaping is the
and if I
biggest, like-
smoked, I could do everything I wanted. And my mom found out I was smoking. You know what I mean? Like they could smell it. You come in, you smell like a camel. But if you
Yeah.
come in, you're like, oh my, he smells like strawberries. It's
Yeah.
like, it's.
What are you gonna do if your kid like smokes or does drugs or all the things?
I've already given them the talk that, that my mom gave me, was that just like, if you're honest with me, you may get in trouble, but it's going to be worse if you lie to me about these things. Actually, funny story. I was at my friend's wedding up north in the Russian River.
Sorry.
And it was kind of a hippie wedding. So stuff was floating around that's legal now, and my kids also and stuff. I'm like, people are smoking joints.
Yeah.
whispering it.
But
Yeah.
I walk up.
Where was it?
This was in
what state?
It was it's the Kernville. It's by the Russian.
But it was legal.
It's California.
Yeah,
it's
it was legal.
hour and a half outside.
But now
of,
that's normal, isn't that?
yeah,
Isn't that
but
weird?
But
yeah.
it's weird because I see somebody smoking a joint. I'm like,
Yeah.
you're at a wedding, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like drinking in some places,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So it's
I think like at Makuga's wedding, like joints were being handed out.
Yeah.
to everybody.
that
It's
was
weird.
like this. It was a
That's
weird.
also a different time because like when I grew up, it was always like the dare, dude, drugs are bad. Don't,
Yeah.
marijuana is the
know.
gateway drug and all that shit. Now that it's legal, it's just like, oh, okay.
But now I have to, and they see billboards, and I have to have conversations because
Yeah.
they were in the beginning before it became legal, and they're
Yeah.
like, well, wait, this is a legal thing now. It's this, and then you have to explain that it can be used as medicine, and it's it's such a weird thing to be dealing with right now.
yeah, and which is why we should have been dealing with it a long time ago because
Yeah.
there's actually a lot of benefits, and I think that alcohol is even worse for you than marijuana.
I
But-
agree.
100%.
But I think I think it's a good thing that changed, and you the best thing you can do. Me talking about this as a non-parent. If I was a parent, I'd like to think that I'd do the same as you and just be like, look, I think you can experiment things, but just tell me. And also, I think that when it comes to drugs, your brain is still developing
Yeah.
when you're young. That I didn't try any of this stuff until I got way older.
Yeah,
right.
that's
Like
the
I didn't
tough
have, I didn't have sex till I was older. Like I feel like there's certain decisions in my life that I'm lucky that I was able to make and be like, I'm going to do this when I'm a little bit older and just so I can handle certain things if they happen. You know what I mean? So.
And I felt like I was less rebellious because I had an open relationship with I called my mother from a party and said, I kind of want to have a beer at
Right.
this party. And she says, well, you're not going to drive.
Right.
I'm like, well, I'm close enough to home. And then I called her after I had a beer and I'm like, I'm feeling a little tipsy. Maybe that was a little too sharing with a mother, but I never rebelled in that sense because I just felt like it was like, well, yeah, you're going to do crazy stuff. But having a conversation with an 8-year-old about marijuana is very strange. And
Yeah, that makes sense.
she's like, I just wonder what it tastes like. And I'm like, what's...
Are kids smoking it that young?
And then, just...
I was gonna say like.
But we
No,
had
but they're just asking about it because
Yeah,
they
they're
see a billboard.
curious.
It's just kind of like if like a kid sees like a Bud Light commercial.
Yeah.
They're like, "What does beer taste like?" It's that
Yeah.
now, right?
And
it
that
wasn't like
backfired
before.
with my son because I gave him a taste of beer. He goes, "That's good." I'm like, "Okay,
Oh.
no more
I
taste."
remember when I was
But
like
then-
5 years old child, my grandpa gave me a little sip. Like, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
when I
hated
was
it.
4, I tasted. My dad made me taste that tecate, and I thought it was disgusting.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's still disgusting. I like this though, not tecate.
No, he's like,
But-
that's good. That's really nice. I'm like, okay, look, we're not going to taste test anymore.
That
then what do
usually
you
doesn't
think-
happen though either. That's an outlier.
Yeah.
Right
But what do
there.
you think happens in other places where it's been legal for a while, like the Netherlands, right? Like that's just maybe that's the thing. I think we're very prudish in this society, right? Like
Yeah.
like we're very puritanical here. We're like over there, they're like, oh, it's just
Everyone's free and open.
Well, it's not. I mean, they have their own issues, but they at least like talk about certain things. It seems like with their kids as adults, they're like this is just drugs and this is sex and these things are in life and be smart about it.
Yeah.
Whereas here, it's like they don't even want kids to see the
No.
drugs or the sex. Like it goes to the other extreme and it's like becomes like a very overprotective society.
Well, and you're in terms of sex, there's I work at a gallery and I've had people come in and see a naked woman painted.
Right.
Hey, get my kids out of here.
Yeah.
And my daughter,
Naked
she
woman.
was
And you're like
4
it's-
years old, and she goes, Daddy, what's that? What's the brown spot right there? I go, well, that's just the hair on her vagina. And she goes, okay. And she walks away.
Yeah,
Ah.
because that's normal.
I didn't make
'cause-
it weird. That's like vaginas look like that, boobs look
Yeah.
like that. Like this
and
is
a
not,
bunch of us have them,
Yeah,
and a bunch
yeah.
of us have
yeah.
genitals,
We're
and that's
all
okay.
naked.
I've
One of
got
her-
genitals. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I do.
Yeah, but it's. I think when
Hey!
Should we check?
Hello.
then when if you go, no, you shouldn't drink and you shouldn't do and whatever, and then
Yeah.
then it makes it something that they can rebel against you because they're like, well, they don't want me to
Or
do this.
unfortunately feel shame about.
Yeah.
Right. And that's when you start developing these like internal insecurities and like really messed up feelings because you're like for me as a girl, I'm like, oh, I grew up thinking I wasn't supposed to wear short skirts and I wasn't supposed, I wasn't supposed to even like sex. I was supposed to just like sex is just for procreating or like men receive pleasure during sex, not women. Like it was this whole messed up, like really dumb way of being raised. But that's what's so sad about it. So it's like, that's why I'm so sex positive, right? And that's why I talk about drugs in that way where it's like, look, some of them are good and some of them are bad.
Oh,
You just gotta be
exactly.
smart about it. But the important thing is that you talk about it and
Yeah.
don't shame people into like kids like should be able to ask questions. And
Keep an open dialogue.
exactly,
Keep it open.
like there's nothing wrong with talking about things.
no.
And sex, I think, is on the highest. I mean, drugs and alcohol, but I mean, I think your bodies and sex that's one that people are fucking people up the most about.
Yeah.
You know, my penis makes me bad.
Yeah.
Like it's
true.
We can't see bodies, we can't see nipples, we can't see whatever.
Yeah.
But I think take your kids to art galleries. They'll get to see a lot of that
I was gonna
stuff.
say
There you
that
go,
that reminds me of there was this one time it was me and my family. We're all in the family room. And my younger brother, he might have been like 4 or 5. He has the remote. He's scrolling through the channels. And he's like, oh, cool, King Kong. And he clicks on it. And right before that, we notice it says Kinky Kong. And we're like, no! He clicks on it. And we're just like, shut his eyes. Maybe a little bit different, but just a funny.
Now
a very,
I'm gonna
very
go
funny.
home and watch Kinky
Kinky
Kong
Kong?
because that
Yeah.
sounds amazing.
It's one of those shitty, like, Cinemax, like, soft porn
I was
stuff.
expecting King Dong, but
King Dong? No,
that would have been.
It was like
different.
the late night Cinemax porns that
Yeah.
they had on.
Have you guys seen Edward Penis Hands?
No, I've
Is that
heard of
real?
it. I've heard of it.
Exists.
Yes.
That's actually real? I
Yeah.
thought that was just a joke on a movie.
I think it exists.
No, I believe that's a real one. And then the Bobbit one, he did one after.
the what?
Babadook?
You mean the Babadook?
The
Bobbit.
Dick?
The Baba Dick.
What's Lorena Bobbitt cut off? What's his name?
Oh.
He did porno after he had his penis.
Did he?
Re-put back on?
Whoa.
Well-
Put back on?
Yeah.
What was
whatever.
his name?
That's the
I
medical
forget.
term.
You can do that?
You re-put that penis back on.
I'm going to try that.
No,
I'm going to cut it off just to see if I can put it back on.
Yeah, I'll prove everybody wrong. I'll put it on bigger. No, that was I swear that was there. Look it up. I can't remember what it was Lorena and
No, I know what you're talking about. I
Yeah.
just have no idea what the guy's name is.
yeah.
But he got his penis cut off.
He got it cut off, and she threw it in the like they were able to reattach it.
Isn't that amazing that that's a real story?
Yeah.
Like I can't imagine being that pissed at someone that
was
would cut off
that's
their
a,
dick.
it's a great bit that Chappelle has. I think he was talking about Caitlyn Jenner,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like that's the most gangster shit. Like and he just like kept going off about it. It's just like who the
I
fuck-
mean,
that's
it's so
fucking
messed
crazy.
up, but also respect because I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
Couldn't do that.
No.
I couldn't see you chopping your dick off.
No.
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 Especially mine.
Yeah, that's what I was pointing.
Good job.
Now we don't have any audio.
No audio. Audio's gone.
What
Well,
happened?
I don't know.
You don't know what you did? I
No
can't hear
idea.
anything.
Man, we
Can you
talked
hear
about
anything?
Wait,
so
you
many
can't hear
things
No, I
anything?
can't hear
today.
anything. You pushed a button that I can't hear anything.
Wait,
For real?
Yeah.
are you serious?
Yeah.
How do you
What
not-
did you break the set, Brett?
Hello?
Typical Brett.
You can't hear you at all?
I can't hear me. You can hear
Well,
me?
you're talking.
Yeah.
Huh. That's weird.
Keep going.
Which chord am I? Hey, check 1, 2.
I feel like
1.
we got to stop the show now.
Yeah, I think everything's
Is that making
gotta
you
end.
louder?
Yeah.
I'm on 2, right?
Yeah. We can hear you.
That's weird.
That's very strange.
I can't. If I can't hear myself, I
blame
can't.
Brian.
Hey, no. I hear that.
You only hear the audience
Yeah.
clapping, but you can't hear your own mic.
That is so weird.
All right, hold on. Don't do that. Hold on. Keep talking.
Hello, check
No, you're-
1, 2, 1, 2. This is the best part of the show.
Okay.
Um,
Go ahead
so
and
there-
unplug it, and then plug it back in.
You're gonna edit this out, right?
No. What the fuck? I don't edit this shit unless I say something very offensive.
I'm
Hey,
kidding.
hey.
You can't hear anything, really.
That is so weird.
That's weird. Let me see which.
Can you put one of those technical difficulty signs during this segment?
because I'm too
That'd be
lazy. I don't
pretty
want
funny.
to. Can you hear everything right now?
See, very loud.
How about now?
I'm now deaf.
Nope.
What the fuck?
I can't.
That's very strange.
What was I, 2 again? This
What
is
did
fun.
you do to your mic?
I didn't do anything.
No. It's not. It's not even his mic.
Oh.
The clapping noise.
Wait, now you're not talking in the mic.
Yeah.
So you can't hear my voice.
I
Are
can't
you
hear
sure?
your voice. I can't hear your voice.
Okay, hold on.
Here.
Give me your headphones. What the hell is this? Checking the mic.
Yeah, I can
wow.
hear it. Yeah,
Oh, he's right.
So it's the headphones.
That's fucking weird.
This is some great content.
Whoa. This is strange. I like
Brett,
this.
do the mother sound.
Checking. Well,
that was
it's fine. I don't need to hear it. It's totally fine.
I mean, but if anybody should hear it, shouldn't it be you or?
It's fine. Fucking.
I can pretend.
It's
So
totally
what are
fine.
we talking about? Sex.
Anyways, welcome to
do
the
you have to
Wanger
get out of
Show.
here, Dorina?
No, I'm
It's
good.
8:06. You're
I'm-
fine?
I'm good.
Are you sure?
I'm good for a little bit.
We got some Discord questions, but we'll get you out of here in a
Okay.
second. Because Brett was late. I don't
Yeah.
even know why I'm wearing these. I don't even have to.
Yeah, no.
I just don't like wearing my headphones because it messes up my hair.
I can't
Your hair
hear
looks
anyone.
fantastic, Christian.
Thank you.
What is it about being able to hear yourself in this that makes it so much more fun?
That you exist or that you think you
Yeah,
exist.
yeah.
But I don't think any of us
I
exist.
prefer.
It's okay.
Well, no, we don't. We were all an illusion. I prefer
We're a
to
simulation.
simulation. I prefer to have them on because it kind of puts you in that world.
Yeah.
You know, if it, like I know Ellis, it's one of my favorite human beings on the planet. He doesn't like having the headphones on. Like even right now, this is kind of weird. Actually, not having
It's
them on.
strange. Yeah,
It's very strange. But I'm not gonna force. I never force anybody to do it. You know, it just puts you in that zone. And I like hearing the sound bites, obviously too. And if we have phone calls, it's that. But if you're on a podcast and you're talking to somebody, I don't know. You gotta have it on. Like especially maybe it's because coming from a production end. If something goes wrong in the audio, I can actually hear that shit. Oh, you know what? Let me just try this. Try plugging in a different one.
Oh, look at that.
Maybe it's just the port. Let me try
I
that.
don't know. I just prefer. I like having them on because I can hear the sound bites, and I think sound bites are
Yeah.
funny. But other than that, I don't really care to.
Yeah,
I
that
hate
works now.
listening
Oh.
to myself.
Yeah, switching back.
I like it because then I can just
We really didn't have this.
get
I
my
just wanted to switch it
voice
back.
more sexy when I.
Hey.
I think that
Maybe
for
it's
me
just that
it's because
port.
sometimes I'll do this. Oh, that's right. I gotta get back over to my.
Where you're like
Trust
dubbing
me.
a movie.
Yeah.
Trust me. For people that are usually on camera, there's so many times where they don't realize they're talking to the microphone. It's ridiculous.
All right, what were we talking about?
I don't know.
Discord question.
You want to do some Discord? Let's
Yeah.
do some Discord.
Let's do it.
All right. Discord. If you want to get on our Discord, patreon.com/wangers.
I don't know what this means.
That's the only way you get on the Discord.
Oh, what's Discord?
He doesn't know what Discord is.
Oh, I'm sorry. Discord is a lovely messaging service. It's kind of like our own little mini Reddit where we just all of our peeps that listen to our stuff, they can just go right in there and they can just talk to us. Just like
So
that.
that's gonna happen right now.
That's gonna happen right now.
Because I just did my first. Was it Twitch?
Yes.
Yeah, I just had my first Twitch experience. So then I
Did you like twitching?
It was very strange.
Doctor Strange.
It was strange to me that people would pay money to make a fart sound while you're talking,
Yeah.
and then they bought us dinner afterwards, and then
Uh-huh.
we streamed us eating dinner and talking. It was
Yeah.
it was a very very strange.
It was like
thing.
a mukbang.
What's that?
A mukbang. That's a thing on YouTube where people eat food on camera and people watch it.
Oh, I the only thing I know about is the ASMR or whatever. Oh, I hate
Similar. Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
Amber listens to it.
But anyway,
right
so
before
this
sleep.
sounds fun. This is new. And this is
y'all-
a Discord for everybody that's in the over 40 crowd.
You wanna, if you wanna talk to us and message us, and see we have like little channels on there, and sometimes we release some stills for our, like, say our next sketch. Y'all shocked her. Favorite bagel flavor and topping. I'm not really a bagel guy.
Everything.
Whoa.
I've either
Some kind of cream.
either lox, like either salmon, or just peanut butter and jelly, or yeah, just like a regular PB&J thing,
PB&J?
like honey and butter.
Yeah,
That's
like a
my
bagel.
favorite.
Okay.
I like an everything bagel
Ooh,
with
dirty.
cream cheese, or a regular plain bagel with cream cheese lox and capers.
Okay. I like cinnamon. I've had that before.
Oh, wow.
I like cinnamon rolls.
I like cinnamon rolls too.
Or a dry salmon. Sometimes like a dry smoked. I'm very elegant.
You like your bagels.
Yep.
Okay.
I thought you were gonna say eloquent.
Yeah, that I'm not.
No, not at all. Kyle Johnson asks, would you guys ever consider taking the Wangers podcast on the road? I don't know.
No, I don't think we should do it.
I don't know. I don't think so. It would all depend. It
You
really
never
would.
know.
I-
You could. What would you do one in like a small little tiny theater in LA?
Yeah. Well,
It
I
would
don't
have to be small because you couldn't get that many people.
No, not at all. It would be. We would do it at someone's house.
Yeah.
I've like thought about it. I would love to do like a live show in
Yeah.
front of people, but it all just depends on like who would show up.
Yeah.
To be honest,
Yeah.
you know, it'd be like half of family. It would be like when I played in a band in like my junior year, and like half the people there was just family and friends.
Right.
You know, it just depends. I don't know. Comment down below. Would you, if we were to go like on the road? We wouldn't do like a tour.
But if you
obviously,
just
but
if you did
like
a local
live,
show,
yeah, if we
in
did like a
LA.
live show, where would you want to see us? Like, where would we go? I honestly would probably tailor it to like wherever we're going for Schmodown, because
Yeah.
there are a lot of the same peeps.
Yeah.
If you wanted to see us there, where would you want to see us? I think that'd be a lot of fun. We get in a lot of trouble, but I think it'd be a lot of fun. Inky Brooks asks, what is your perfect sandwich? Oh, God, he asks a lot. What chips go with your perfect sandwich? What
Ooh.
movie would go while eating this perfect sandwich? Don't forget to take it to the streets. Thank you. That one's for me.
Wow.
Oh man.
I like a good roast beef, but I also like a good cold cut, you know? Jersey Mike's number 8.
What chips and what movie?
I'm not a big chip guy, so I go like standard Lay's. Movie? Chef.
Okay.
Chef always puts me in the mood. I had a Cubano for the first time. I actually went to Porto's over here in Burbank. It was okay. But, like, yeah,
You like?
I like
I like a good regular sandwich.
sourdough bread,
Mm-hmm.
roast
the
beef
best
turkey
bread.
combo,
Ooh.
and I do not like pickles, but I'd like pickled chips.
Okay, yeah.
The kettle pickled chips on my sandwich, and maybe a little bit of spinach put on there just to appease my wife, but and some mustard. So that's my
Ooh,
go-to.
What about your
chips.
movie and chips?
movie? I usually am just like shoving in my face, so I probably wouldn't be able to watch
attention.
a movie at the time. But I would. I don't want to talk about movies.
He's like,
of
I
my
never.
existence,
Brett's
Brett.
like, I never want to watch another movie again.
God, movies have ruined for me a long time ago.
No, it was probably one of my favorites. Roll of Tannenbaums or
okay.
Pump Up the
Oh,
Volume.
Wes Anderson?
Yeah.
Is that Wes Anderson?
Wes
Royal
Anderson?
Tenenbaums.
Royal
is,
Tenenbaums.
yes.
Yeah.
Schmoed out.
Good job.
What about you, Dorina? What kind of sandwich you like?
Probably a tuna melt with
course.
no onion.
Yeah, that sounds gross.
So good.
With onion?
No onion.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
Can't even
ew.
smell tuna melts.
I hate
So
tuna.
good.
It's gross.
Mhm.
It looks
Cheese
like
and tuna. Yum.
ass.
And bread. It tastes like delicious
Well, yeah,
ass.
you gotta have bread.
And
Like,
then,
Do you
delicious.
toast it?
Yeah, you have to.
So my wife
and
does
then you
that.
can also toast it and put like Parmesan cheese like over it, and it's all crunchy and it's so good.
Yeah.
Or a Monte Cristo, but that's like a heart attack. So, chips probably Sabritas Salvadas, which is like the Mexican version of Lay's,
Okay.
but they're spicy, really
yeah.
good.
I can't do spice.
And movie, if my first thought is like one of those movies that I just like watching while I eat, that's a feel good movie, is Big. Like Tom Hanks and Big.
Oh, never seen it.
Dude, it's a good movie.
Tom Hanks?
And Big, yeah.
Is he like a Timothy
is he
Chalamet?
You've never seen me.
Is he another white actor from the 80s?
An actor. Yes.
Oh, okay.
From the 80s.
I do need to see. I hear good things. William S. Belford asks, oh, hey, can I buy you a beer at the bar across from Mark Ellis's show in New York? Yes, you can. That would actually impress my girlfriend. So
Was that just
So
for
you
you?
need to
or-
impress Christian's girlfriend.
Well, you're going to be in New York, too.
Yeah,
You got to hook up right before. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know if you have like a pre-show ritual or if you're going to be with your sister.
Oh, my pre-show ritual is I do witchcraft.
Jerking off. right
and you
before.
haven't invited me?
Yeah, I totally
Get
just
it? 'Cause she's a witch.
I just freak out. I freak out and I pace.
Dude, I saw you in Houston. It was like my most anticipated thing about the whole weekend. It was fucking amazing.
I appreciate
You did not
that.
disappoint.
I just you might see mostly the same stuff, but
I want to see
You know how many
it.
times
I'm
I've
so
seen
sad.
Ellis do the same stuff?
Okay.
Why
That's-
won't
yeah,
you do
yeah.
it here? Like, I want to see you.
I was going to do Comic-Con, but then I ended up not going to Comic-Con because that was after I stopped doing the Collider show.
Would you not do like the Comedy Store or something like that?
I don't know if I am able to. I mean, like, you know, I don't if Ellis could get me on.
like a thing.
you know. But he's talked about maybe getting a room somewhere before. It's still a very, very scary thing for me. I felt great after that show in Houston. I'm like, I'm back, baby. And then like I get home and then I sit down and I've got to get my brain back into the comedy mode of writing stuff.
Yeah.
I can adjust things I've done before. I have a couple new bits, but it's just it's something like at the end of the night, everything kind of shuts down when it used to be kind of like, oh yeah, I'll watch this show, and then as a commercial comes on, I'll write something dumb about the commercial, and you know, like I'd have a notepad as I walked around and stuff like that, and it's just getting my mind back into the writing of comedy again. And I'm always scared I'm going to forget.
Is that mostly, or you're just like afraid to keep doing it, or is there anything else holding you back?
It's a big. I mean, it's really scary.
I would imagine
Do
it
you-
takes a big toll out of it.
Do you have something that you kind of have as like a backup plan? Okay, if I forget, at least I think of this. You know what I mean?
Well, I told people what I used to do is I'd had a pack of cigarettes and I would have notes written on the back of it, and I go, oh, still do cause cancer, and then you know, but at the Houston one, I just had my phone out, but then it kept like timing out, and I'd have to do a thing. So maybe
Was that for the first show? I didn't see that during the.
right on my
You might have taken out your phone. It's like, I'm taking out. I think I remember you saying, I was told not to take out my notes, but I'm going to do it anyways.
Yeah. No, Christian told me, he goes, dude, chill out. Just have fun. You know, he gave me a pep talk after the first one.
Bring
He goes,
out
you
the belt.
don't need
Yeah.
your notes. Just let it all out. And so I was freer that one.
Yeah.
But it's a weird industry to be in, and it takes a lot of commitment. It takes a lot of travel, and I don't know, you know, I know a lot of funny people who are still where they were 15, 20 years ago when we started. And that's the scariest thing for me, is that I know that if I were to do it, I have to consider it just something to do for fun. And
But you don't want that, though.
I would,
You wanna-
well, I'd want something that I had during the day that I was allowed myself to just have fun. So yeah, that's
we don't have enough time is the problem.
yeah,
And
it's a weird thing, but I mean, when it's happening, I like it. But
Get you hard.
But before, yeah.
I've seen you firsthand on stage. Whoa,
Brother.
Brett. Whoa.
Mike knocked over.
Put your Sheridan away.
Yeah, I would love to say, yeah, I want to do this all the time, but it's a weird bag, man.
Well, I'm very excited to see you again in New York.
yeah,
and I'm very jealous I don't get to see you.
sorry.
So you have to do it here at some point.
And my stupid sister invited like 6 of her friends.
Good.
Tina. Jesus. Tina and Steve.
Back when I
The
was
trio.
doing stand up all the time, my sister, I believe, was 8 or 9. So, you know, this.
Did she go to one of your shows at
No,
that
she's
age?
never
Oh,
seen.
okay.
She's never once seen me. Maybe she's your. No, I can't.
So that makes you more nervous that your sister's
She was
gonna
born
be
in
there.
'86, I believe, and my brother was '82 or '84. I get them mixed up. So, but I think my brother's closer to your age, and I'm closer to your dad's age.
Wow, I just breathed really loudly
you
in the
did.
microphone.
You've been doing
There's
that.
that ASMR thing for
Yeah.
you guys if you want that.
That's what you do when you get your favorite sandwich and your chips.
It's very true. One last one from our buddy DJ Snacks.
Well, DJ
worst,
Snacks.
and this is for you. Nah, that's for all of us. Worst tacos you've ever had? Don't fucking say Taco Bell. Dickweed. Legit worst tacos.
Well, because I don't count those as tacos. Like Del Taco or that stuff. It's just another type of weird.
Yeah, I guess. I eat the Del Taco tacos with ketchup. And Jack in the Box tacos.
Because they're not real.
Yeah, I guess.
They're just.
The Jack in the Box tacos are fucking great.
I've had them. They're perfectly fine as non-taco tacos.
Go fuck yourself. I don't even. What's your least?
The worst, probably. Like I've had like a chipotle burrito and it was bad.
Yeah.
I didn't like it.
Non-chain. No, I guess I don't want to shout out fucking hole in the wall restaurant. Oh, I had a shitty taco here. Never mind.
I mean, any place that I walk into immediately and they have yellow cheese and like black beans instead of refried, I'm like, it's not it. It's probably fine, but you can tell that it's not gonna be authentic.
Yeah. I don't fuck with the black beans.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't fuck with that shit. It's gross.
Refried beans, when they're good, they're so good.
You've never had my beans either.
Are your beans good?
My beans good. Yeah, you know what my mom used to make beans with?
What?
Manteca.
Beans.
Yeah, that's the lard. It's what you
Strange
need.
enough.
Manteca is what
I
makes
would do-
everything taste good.
In a pan, I put like a giant thing, like a scoop of manteca with a serrano pepper. Let that cook for a little bit, and then throw in the beans. But then, with the beans, after you mash them up a little bit, you get some Monterey Jack cheese. You put a shit ton of Monterey Jack cheese and just fucking smash them all up.
And then black olives, right?
No! You
No,
shut
Brett.
your lips.
It's that.
I hate that
not
one.
authentic?
That
Brett.
one black
No.
olive that's in the corner. Fucked
No.
up.
My worst taco
Yes,
was
Brett.
at chicken taco at Acapulco restaurant about 20 years ago that gave me salmonella poisoning and had me shooting out both ends for 2 weeks. So that was
2 weeks.
Your nose. Wow.
How
Yeah.
did you not die?
I think two of us almost died. One of us, we realized, because none of us had health insurance at the time. We were all living in one apartment.
Love it.
And then one of our friends goes like, "Oh, I think I do have health insurance for my job." We're like, "Go to the hospital, find out what is wrong with us."
Yeah.
And basically, yeah, you just have to ride it out and drink as much liquid as you can. And
Wow.
you know, yeah.
Be friends with the Gatorade bottle
Yeah.
for a while.
Yeah, it was rough, and that also gave me a little bit of germophobia, and I wash my
To this
hands
day.
To this day. That is things I wash my hands a bit too much.
Is there something that you guys do like that that you know is kind of OCD?
Oh God, yeah. I just actually talked to my therapist about it today. No, I
As
just
you should.
yeah. But my wife thinks that I'm getting worse as I'm getting older. You know, like I don't know if the kids are playing or something and a ball rolls in the bathroom,
Yeah.
then that ball needs to be sanitized. I mean,
Right.
bathrooms to me, like anything that touches the floor of a bathroom is that's shoes on carpet.
Yeah.
You know, that one freaks me out. And when I'm walking around, I see where, like the oil spots and stuff. Like, shoes bug the hell out of me as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think I'm just terrible. I always, I don't even know if this is like OCD, but anytime I'm like cooking or if Amber's cooking and I'm around, I always use, I'm terrible at like saving paper towels. I'm always like ripping it off, wiping something or using it as something. Like, I don't like when I'm cooking with a utensil like a spatula or something and I just put it on the counter. I put it on a paper towel, but I keep using different paper towels and I keep just wasting them because I don't like it being just like there. And just dishes in general. I don't like dirty dishes at all. Like,
Well,
I have to like,
I mean, they're gross.
it's like
But-
completely wash it all.
But also, I mean, I grew up in, I mean, my hometown, like the area I grew up in was not, I mean, not great. They would steal our like boiler like stuff and we would have to go get it towards like at the neighbor's place and be like, hey, those are ours and give them back. So it's like I grew up around germs and a bunch of stuff. So it's kind of interesting that not when I moved here and like things are nicer, you know, and so you get used to nice things really quickly and then everything becomes this like, ew, that's gross. But then like you forget that you grew up as a kid like with the mud in your face and you know it's so bizarre.
No, and dirt and worms.
Yeah.
And I used to detassel corn. It was a job. job you did, and I work in cornfields, and you pull out the tassels of corn, and my hands are just filthy, and I'm eating a sandwich, and just digging in the mud.
And now we are all like, "Where's the hand sanitizer?"
Yeah. See, I'm not a hand.
We just became pussies.
I'm not a hand sanitizer guy though.
I know, because it kills the good germs.
Yeah,
or whatever.
all my cleaning products are I use vinegar and water. I use as a hand sanitizer. I use vodka mixed with essential oils.
You use what they clean boats.
Yeah,
vinegar and water.
I my detergent is fragrance free. It's I don't like Tide Pods and all or any of that. Any like
I don't use the Tide Pods
dishwashing
for-
stuff. It
yeah.
has to be like mostly plant based and stuff. So I'm weird about bad chemicals. Bacteria, but I'm also weird about the chemicals we use to clean with, because I think a lot of this stuff we have is just totally unnecessary, and it's killing us.
Well, on that note, Brett, thank you so much for trekking all the way down
happened
here.
today? What was this?
I don't know.
What did we even talk about?
Oh, we talked about music. We talked about parenthood. It was both
Drugs and
inspirational,
sex,
drugs,
rock and
sex,
roll.
fucking rock and roll. We talked about it all, man, and I had a wonderful time doing so.
I still haven't seen Endgame, so there.
I give you the digital download code. Do you want it?
Sure.
All right. Get Disney Plus in like a
I'll
month.
get around to
recommend
it.
a better movie. It's fine. It's
Yeah.
a good movie.
Go out there and see Charlie's Dead, or what's the movie you fucking saw?
Tigers Are Not Afraid.
There you go. Go see that movie. It's a Spanish horror film.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Really good.
Kids will dig it. Brett, for real, it was wonderful having you on. I can't wait to work on you with other projects. I think that was one of our other things that we've been wanting to do with you. Not just like a show or a commentary. We actually want to work creatively with you on a sketch.
I'm down.
Look forward to that in the near future. Dorina, thank you for filling in for Brian as my co-host.
I do love being on the Wangers whenever you guys let me wang on.
Hey,
So
you're
thank you
always
for
welcome.
having me.
You're always welcome to hang on. Other people don't like that you're on 1,000 times, but I'm happy that you're here.
Well, screw you guys. No,
Yeah.
I'm kidding. You guys are great.
No, she's not. Brett, you got anything coming up besides this weekend?
Yeah.
New York.
New York,
Get
baby.
tickets now. It's at the
Something place. It's the New York Comedy
Club?
venue. I think it's New York Comedy Club.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not a good promoter. No,
Well-
everybody come out to see Alice, and I'll be there. Maybe if I don't chicken out. No, I'm.
No,
gonna
you're
be
gonna
He'll
be
be
there.
there.
I
Who
can't
else
chicken
is
out.
performing? Do we know?
That
yet?
I don't know.
Okay,
I
we'll keep it a
honestly don't.
surprise.
Yeah.
I'll put links down below next to Brett's Twitter handle. Check it out below.
Put it here.
We're gonna both myself, Brett, and a bunch of other people are gonna be in New York. And if you do see us, come say hi. Don't be shy. We're actually really nice people. We hate everything in the world, but we're actually pretty
But
cool.
they're very nice.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I wouldn't be here.
Yeah, I'll have a picture of Dorina. You can probably take a photo with that.
but
You
not
may.
a picture. I will say, come see me at the comedy show and come up to me and talk to me. But something that's very odd is then the next day when I'm working the Schmodown and
Don't
I'm
fucking
rolling
talk to us.
cables,
Yeah,
maybe don't ask for a
Yeah.
selfie.
Yeah, maybe at the start. Don't ask. Don't talk to
But
us
it's
till,
like,
till later.
No, I'm working right now.
Brett's always a delight to talk to you and have you on the show.
Thank you. It was great to be here.
We'll have a little bit of Patreon section. I know you probably have to go.
Yes.
Are you clenching for time?
A little bit.
All right, we'll get you out of here. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Patreon.com/Wangers. We got a new sketch coming out very soon. More details on that very soon. Follow us there. We got a commentary coming out with Dorina and Frank. It's Batman Returns. We also got a highlight for that. Pledge today, $3. It's going to be great. It's going to be a lot of fun. We got a lot of stuff cooking. New short film, new sketch, a lot of fun stuff. We're taking you out. Fuck, that was kind of loud. Where are you going, can you say?
I'm going to say your mom first,
Ooh.
and then your face.
You're going all the way to La Mirada?
No.
Far, bro.
How long is the Patreon thingy?
Oh, we can do like 5 minutes. Don't worry.
Okay, I can do
It's
it.
short, super short.
I can hold my pee for that much longer.
You got a pee too?
Well, that drive was a long one, and I think I got 3/4 out.
I don't know what happened. I ate and I'm still hungry.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
It happens every day now.
Yeah.
Where I just ate.
Just ate
It's
and
because I ate McDonald's and it's probably nothing in it.
I'm excited to eat. Amber was at her dad's in Riverside today, and every time she goes out to like the Inland Empire, she
Yeah.
comes back Miguel's. Have you ever heard of Miguel's Jr.?
No.
It's a nice little like Mexican restaurants that are out there in that
Uh-huh.
area. She brought me back like a burrito. Excited to eat it.
Yum.
And Dave Chappelle's new special came out tonight. So I got that.
Oh, crap. I didn't know that.